Hello everyone. Sorry that I haven't made a video in 7 days, I guess it's been, or more. So these are the movies that I had those last days. So Sleepy Hollow, From Dusk Till Dawn, Hotel Transylvania, Sweeney Todd, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, Harry Potter, Hannibal Rising, and Leprechaun. And I just put Leprechaun on there because it's Aaron's favorite movie, one of his favorite classic scary movies. And then, yeah, I just had the party and then we were doing a lot of construction on the barn that we're still working on, so I didn't get a chance to make anything. And then I'm just gonna make this one shot instead of cutting it because it takes longer to upload when I try to upload it. But I thought I would just mention I got a liner for this to put a new flat liner in it, and I would have put that in to show you, but I didn't. The ones they had in the store weren't the right size. So I'd order one online. So when I get that, I'll put that in and show you. And I'm thinking, I don't know yet if I'll get like I got a green one for his cage, but I might get a brown one for the bearded dragon too. I mean, the walnut shell is nice and fine, but it does kind of make a mess a little bit. Okay, so the main thing I wanted to mention was just a little ball python feeding advice, in case you guys don't know. But mine been really picky this last year. Like Pumpkin, I think he went the longest. He was like, he hadn't eaten since Christmas, and it was like a couple months ago that I got him to start eating again. But I tried like everything. I tried increasing the temperature, and you know, like most of the stuff other people say. So I did, he was frozen thawed, then I did live, and I tried African soft furs, and you know, nothing worked. So I thought, I even tried like putting him in his hide box, like so that he couldn't get out of it, in with the rat, so that he couldn't get away from it. Someone suggested that, and that didn't work. So what I ended up doing was, like, I noticed it with he wants the live ones, but whatever happens, he'll be coming towards it, and then the mouse or the rat will turn, and its whiskers will tickle his face, and he'll draw back and be afraid of it. So that's why they don't eat them. So I figured I'd try, even though it's too small for him, he should have bigger prey. I tried one that was, watch this guy, he's moving. I tried one that, you know, it had its eyes open, but it was still crawling. So as long as it's crawling and not walking, and he ate that like right away. So that got him eating, and now he'll actually eat just regular live rats, like ones that are more normal sized. And then this guy, Bumble, was giving me problems. Since Pumpkin, he's been the longest. And like, actually back on Pumpkin, I didn't try the African soft furs on him. I don't remember if I did or not. I don't think I did, but you'd think I would have. But he wouldn't eat them. I couldn't get, all the tricks weren't trying on him. And I think I did the same thing with Pumpkin. I gave him the smaller prey, and that worked for like a couple feedings, and then he stopped again. And then just again, this last week, I tried the small prey. I was just giving him Africans, but he wouldn't touch them. So I just gave him the small prey again, and he ate that this week. So I think the small prey will work for him anyway. And then this girl, I just only feed Africans. I was just feeding her one, and then the next week I'd feed her a frozen thawed. And she would never eat the frozen thawed, but I would just try it, just so that she wasn't just getting Africans. But, yeah, that wasn't working she wasn't eating them, and I was just wasting frozen that I could give to the other snakes. So I just decided, and my Africans have actually started breeding. They weren't really breeding. I only got like 1 litter of babies, but now they're like exploding with babies. So I have plenty that I can feed her every week. And I could be feeding him and, you know, the other ones, but they don't need it, so. I might, you know, I hate to give them 2, because you're not supposed to give them 2 prey items, because it's harder to digest, but she could eat 2 of them because they're so small. But I probably won't, just in case. And I think that's the one other thing I tried that I actually think did work, but I just didn't do it again, was because these two, the 2 bottom, they're always moving, they're always trying to get out. So when I would feed them, I would open the cage and all they would be interested in was getting out of the cage instead of being interested in the food. So I thought of, you know, covering the glass. So I could have, like, you know, you could tape cardboard or something over it. I just put the easiest thing I could find. I just hung a blanket over the top. And I think he ate that week I did that. I'm not 100% sure. But that, I think, would be the other best idea besides feeding them smaller prey. So, yeah, in case, you know, a lot of you probably know this stuff already, but I thought I'd mention it because these guys have given me a lot of trouble. And I guess, yeah. I guess the only one thing that I've never done is, my cousin's ball python would never eat. She thought that, what she does, she has to dry them off completely, so I think she, uses like a blow dryer on them, and so to dry them off and to heat them up to give to him. And he's still picky, I think, but I think that was the best thing she found for her guy, in case anybody wants to try that. But yeah, so that's them. Everybody else is doing good. She hasn't eaten for a couple weeks, even though she was acting like she wanted food the other day when I fed him, but she didn't eat. It was the week before she shed, so that makes sense why she didn't eat, but this week she was all looking around, and she's still looking around like she's hungry, so I don't know what her malfunction was, but alright, I'll stop blabbering, and I'll see you again soon.